Obosh, Skred, red, modern. Obosh here as a companion for a red deck, not a Prowess deck necessarily, though we do have Soul Scar Mage here. This is the Obosh red list that we've decided to play today because someone said we should play something snowy and another person said Skred and Blood Moon. And we're going to be doing pretty much all of that tonight. Indeed. But what do we have in front of us here? We have, well, it's just a red aggro deck with some removal and damage to face, and hopefully good card draws, Bone Crusher Giants and Seasoned Pyromancers to help us flush out to the Obosh here, on curve hopefully, and smash my opponent. We'll have to remember about Bomat, honorary red card here with a red ability, being able to discard our hands and grab new cards. Now, the sequencing of this list will be a little bit foreign to us and new. Basically, I would imagine you want a 1-drop creature into probably 2-drop interaction and or Bone Crusher Giant, or a light up the stage to set things up. And from there, just continue to smash your opponent. That would be my guess. What's up, Nidio? What's up, Dr. Stacks? How's everybody going? Avarosin Address is here as well. Spicy, let me get my glass of milk. I need a custom fluffy cup when you hydrate. I should just stick a sticker on this. Be like, that's all I need to do. Maybe I'll do it later. Don't get a chance to watch live often. Happy to hang out. Happy to have you here. Welcome. Glad you're here. Well, not much else to say here. There's some pillages in the sideboard. Apparently 4 of them. That's a lot. A couple surgicals, an extra Magus of the Moon or 2. That's like 6 moons. They're just not playing them all main. Check out our 6 moon list coming out soon, or for those on YouTube, already coming out. You'd buy a fluffy sticker? You should. They're available. Let's play Magic. Let's go. 100 play points. What is this doing over here? Magic reloaded, so this stuff happens. Back up here. It's gonna do this probably one more time as well. Yeah, you hit merch and bam, it's there. Playmats and stickers. Cough, cough, Zale, cough. You shouldn't be coughing. You okay, Zale? What's up, Calico? I see you there. What are these blue moon shenanigans? I don't see any blue moons. What? No blue moons. Can I be wheezing? How about nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Poke, poke. Shimmy, shimmy. Nod, nod. Point, point. Hiccup, hiccup. Splash, splash. We're Magikarp now. Obosh declared. We did not get the draw here, although we have Soul Scar Mage plus land plus bolt. This dies to Chalice well. I think I want to go ahead and keep this and risk it all. Let's do it. 1-landers are okay here, by the way, before people freak out. Deck is essentially a bunch of 1-drops with then some 3s in there. Don't panic. Different deck. The rule is allowed to be broken. Never saw the merchandise. Totally buying a shirt and sticker Friday. We might have new merchandise coming. Needing opinions from a few people. Got 1 opinion already. 2 more opinions coming soon. May hold that. Might want to hold till a little bit later. I don't know though. All right, land off the top. We'll lead with Soul Scar Mage and pass the turn. The playmats are pretty sweet. What's up, Stan? What's up, Stan? Let's go ahead and go to combat here. Opponent's going to path. Seems reasonable. We'll just play our land and pass the turn. I got Bone Crusher and I've got Lightning Bolt. I'm already at 3 lands. Opinion. A Ren and 6. Am I supposed to just like attack the Ren and 6 here? I've got so many light up the stages. Maybe I should have fired one of these off. All right, so Ren and 6 to me needs to be ignored. Ren and 6 can pick off the Seasoned Pyromancer tokens, but I think I want to be just shooting everything at their face. Let's ignore Ren and 6. Whether this is a smart play or not, I'm gonna find out together. Man, I'm flooding out. Flooding out. Bolt them. Are they gonna counter this with a force? Bolt light up the stage is what I want to do. Wow, they forced it. They forced it. All right, bigger question. Better to play Bone Crusher? Better to do Seasoned Pyromancer or set ourselves up with light up the stage? Bone Crusher might just be more important here. Nice big 4/3. What'd they get rid of? A Jace. They got rid of a Jace. Jace for that lightning bolt. Mouse pad would be cool. I don't really use a mouse pad, so I didn't put one in the store. I could put one on. Put a counter on Blast Zone. Obosh to hand. It's true, we have Obosh. I kind of want to put this down. I have so many light up the stages, I don't think I want to do Obosh just yet. I'm gonna do Bone Crusher next turn. What I can do is I can attack them, light stage, and Seasoned Pyromancer. It does seem like a bit of a weird line of play, but my opponent did it, and so that's what we've got to deal with. There's Uro, probably. Oh no, Teferi. Bounces Bone Crusher. Okay. Ren and 6 up. Picks up a land. Man, we're just hitting our land drops like a champion now. So now I can like 1/2. 1/2 Bone Crusher stomp them. Light the stage. See if I can hit a land plus something else here. I hit a Soulscar Mage. And a Seasoned Pyromancer. Let's light the stage again here. Now I hit a land, and I have a Skred here. So we'll play this Soulscar Mage and pass turn. So I have Seasoned Pyromancer that I can play from here. I've got the Seasoned Pyromancer from here. I've got light up the stage. I've got Obosh to put to hand. Lightning Bolt takes care of Soulscar Mage. Up with Teferi. Land drop. 3, 1, 2, 3. I have 6 mana this coming turn. Uro. Land drop. Picks up a land. These Skreds are so dead. At least I can get rid of this Skred. So I guess I Seasoned Pyromancer here. Get rid of Skred plus like maybe light up the stage. Holding on to a mountain so I can play then a follow-up Seasoned Pyromancer. We hit a Blood Moon. They can go to get a basic here. Do we think Blood Moon is worth it? Blood Moon would shut off my own Blast Zone. Zale. That always comes in kind of late. I mean, I guess the Skred takes care of the Uro, so whatever gives me the most damage here. Maybe I want to prevent them from getting Mystic Sanctuaries. Like, the Renin 6 becomes maybe not as brutal. Also, they wouldn't have white for path. They'd only be able to bolt. And bolt doesn't get rid of Obosh, which is kind of interesting. Again, that doesn't mean I get the Blast Zone. This Skred is going away at the end step here. So maybe I just want to season Pyromancer to dig deeper. Let's dig even deeper here. The wider this board, the better anyway. There's a nice lightning bolt. All right. Not upset about that. Cool. A misty rainforest here. Basic forest. All right. Skred went away. This is fine. You can find a Soul Scar Mage, do a Lightning Bolt. I can put Obosh to hand. I can bump this up. Probably might want to go after this Renin 6 with either Bolt or at least some Elementals here. Teferi goes up to 3 here. Picks up a land, plays the Flooded Strand. 4 cards in my opponent's hand and nothing else to follow this up with. Alright. Let's go combat. Let's go ahead and send a few things at Renin 6 to keep it in check here. Let's attack 1 Teferi, Renin 6, Renin 6, Renin 6, them. Teferi. Let's just spread it out here. It's probably Obosh plus this. Hour of Promise. I could kill 2 things here with lightning bolts. Well, lightning bolt. Not gonna do it here. It's a lot of zombies. Have I mentioned how much I disapprove of this card? Can't do anything at the moment because Lightning Bolt plus Skred is at instant speed and Teferi is here. Looks like my opponent's deciding everything needs to die here. Too bad I don't have Blood Moon in play. I didn't think about the field. All right, we'll put Bone Crusher in. We went ahead and bolted Renin 6. We're gonna go ahead and use the Blast Zone here to put it up to 2. Get rid of the Renin 6 probably. Here comes Uro as well. I think I'm too far behind, right? We weren't fast enough. I'm gonna put a land into play. I'm not gonna forget about the Obosh. I've got it right here. My opponent's just played 2 lands though, and one of them being a fetch and hasn't even used Renin 6 yet. Oh, they decide not to fetch first. Okay. I don't think I can beat this. Firebolt. So 1, 2, 3, blow that up, and I have 3 left over, but I'm dealing with 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I Skred this, hopefully. Let's try to Skred Uro here to see if got anything else to do. So that worked. I feel like I have to blow up Renin 6, otherwise they just rinse and repeat this every time. I think we're gonna go to game number 2. Down to 13. 2 more creatures here. Plus tap or return this. Tap and draw. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. All right, they've got us. Field of the Dead, huh? Field of the Dead. Okay. I don't think this is pillage territory. I could see Magus of the Moon territory, Relic, and Surgicals here. If we're doing these things, question is, what do we want to take out? Probably can take out a pair of Skreds. They're nice against Uro, but we may not need them kind of entirely if I go more the Blood Moon plan. Could also just go, hey, Skred's just not going to get us there. Surgical plus Magus or Magus plus Relic. One of these combinations is probably fine. What do I think about Faceless Haven? I'm not familiar with that card. Snowland, add, snow, Faceless Haven becomes a 4/3. It's alright. I would probably just much rather play like a Mutavault. Committing 3 mana to something is rough. Am I trying to grow a soul patch? No, I've just decided not to shave for a few days. Alright, Skred's out here. I think I like the Maguses. I don't know if I want Surgical or Relic. I think I want Relic here. Just keeping their graveyard a little more in check over the whole game is probably smarter than trying to Surgical something. So I like this. Is there anything else? I think we're good. Submit. Let's submit. I'm not going to try to pillage away a Field of Dead. I'm just going to try to Blood Moon it out. Obosh here. Leading cards look good. Blood Moon looks fine. Let's go. I'm going to lead with the Soul Scar Mage here. I think it does more damage if I do this plus this. Could even Firebolt as well. We will see. Looks like a strong start for us. If I can play Blast Zone after Blood Moon, it would be kind of nice, because then Blast Zone would be on 0 counters, which would give us at least 1 Wrath against them. Because yeah, I don't have a sweeper. All right, Swift Spear here. I'm just gonna go ahead and Firebolt them as well. Get the Prowess triggers. My opponent will path one of these, which is fine. And we'll hit for 2. All right, looks like Blood Moon's next. Down to 13, my opponent goes. Triumph. All right, let's not get super cute here. Let's do Swift Spear. Let's see if they want to path me. Attack for 2. Make it look like I'm going to play Light Up the Stage, and then we'll just land a Blast Zone here. Pass again. We're just going up the chain here. Up the chain. All right, they're tapped out. Force of Negation territory. Let's find out. Doing this after, I don't care about the Prowess. I was trying to get them to use some stuff. They get rid of an Uro here using Force. Path was used as well. We'll see if 1 point mattered or not. I don't think it will. Triome tapped here. All right, let's go land. Season Pyromancer. Seems okay. Let's draw some hasty creatures. That'll work. Bomat. Attack with the team. Use the stage. We can even use Bomat here if we have that become a problem for us. Stage is lit. New Soul Scar and a new Spectacle. Kind of want to use the Spectacle here. I'm wondering if my opponent has a Wrath effect. Having a Wrath effect would be really bad to play this out. Let's Spectacle again. That way we can have all kinds of options, which happen to be 2 lands, which I'm not disappointed in. Can't use Bomat here right now, but that's okay. It's only 1 card, and I actually got to see more cards here. That's quite a shirt. It's yellow. It's actually a jacket. Bolts Bomat, that's fine. Land. Play land from here. Gonna put Obosh in hand. Play a Soulscar Mage now before I lose it. And attack for 3. Pass the turn. Aether Gust, a Soulscar Mage. We'll go ahead and bottom this. I already have another one. That's a really good sign if that is what they're doing there. Land and shocks in, Hour of Promise. Okay, we're gonna move this up to 2 for future Ren and 6. All right, so we've got Hour of Promise here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They'll get 1 fetch land, 1 field, getting 2 zombies. Okay. I mean, they're empty-handed here. It's just Obosh here, right? Probably swing with the team. Willing to trade here briefly. And then we have Firebolt after this, which does 4, putting them to 2. So I just need a burn spell off the top. I need them to not have like a path. Empty-handed. No Uro in the graveyard. Have I seen it in Caldeum? Caldeum? I'm gonna have to... I need to look up how to say that. Caldeum. Have I seen any of the spoilers? Yes. I've seen some. Maybe not all of them, but I've seen a fair amount. Mystic Sanctuary to pick up Path to Exile here. Kaldheim. Got it. Maybe. Land. I have 10 mana here. This is 5 and this is 5. All right, cool. Send it. Go to 3, opponent. Kaldheim. Did I say it right? Kaldheim? Opponent gets a land here, which actually blocks one of my elementals, but not both. We get the Bone Crusher Giant. We attack for the damage. We get in there just barely. Get him. Woo. Stomp him at the end there. Field it almost got us there. So everyone is all ooh zombie tribal lords. So I'm just sitting here like blue-black control finisher. Oh. Sounded like Hebrew on the last one. I'll have to watch. Cold ham. Kind of like cold ham. All right, do we need the pillages? Do we need the pillages to beat my opponent here? Or are we good with trying to do just Magus Blood Moon? That's gotta be fine, right? Kaldheim. This has gotta be right. I don't feel like I feel. So then the general question here is, if this feels right, when does pillage happen? Pillage is good to destroy basics. It is. So the question is, when does this matter? I was going to say pillage on the draw seems a little suspect. I feel pretty confident here. It was good that they had to get rid of Uro through force to prevent Blood Moon, which is probably not a bad thing that might happen. I think I'm going to submit here. I don't think we're going to change anything. Now I sound like a Diablo boss. All right, Bomat. We'll keep. Got that light the stage. One lander's okay here. Got that Blood Moon. That's all we needed. One landers. Blood Moon. All right, what are we leading with? Opponent mulligan to 6, and they're on the play. It's not 2021? What? Bomat. Let's get in for one. I could see them leaving this alone for a turn, even if they have the path. I promised for Pyro Prison. Ha! Read the fine print. Hiya, pal. What's up? What's up, Rodeo? Triome in play, sideways. Let's play new Bomat, smack with both. If they kill one of these, that's fine. If they kill both, I'll be sad. Trigger, trigger. Bolts one, this one. Goodbye. Trying to get one of these to hit for the light up the stage. I guess I could have just had that in play anyway. Ooh, Relic and Lightning Bolt. All right, I like both of these. We'll have some options next turn. Relic, Bolt, or Blood Moon. We want it all. Temple Garden sideways here. All right, land drop. My opponent could have Aether Gust. It's probably just better to use both of these here. We'll lead with Relic, then we'll Lightning Bolt, just so we use them, and we'll have Relic ready and able. Basic island for our opponent. We have some counter spell, a Mana Leak. We'll go ahead and bolt upstairs. I think this is a fine time to go ahead and firebolt as well, because I like everything in my hand. Attack for 1 and pass turn. If they want to spend the turn killing or bouncing Bomat, that's fine. We'll probably be getting Blood Moon down next. Uro. Gain some life, draw a card, put a land into play. They don't put up a land, we're definitely Blood Mooning. Oh, 2 lands showed up. Miserable. All right, let's combat first. Combat first is always good. Follow this up with a Blood Moon, see what happens. Trying to prevent this from coming back. I don't think we're gonna get that lucky. Basic Plains. Okay, I'm gonna leave myself with the Bomat as an option. This is 3 cards here. Purges away our Blood Moon. My opponent now can play Uro. See if they want to here. Do you want to just play this? Fetches. Breeding Pool shocks in. So fetch and shock. This negates the 3 mana they're gaining. They'll just have a big thing in the way. Fry should be 6 damage. Maybe. Depending on what I draw here, I could go after Uro here with like Bolt and Bone Crusher. Firebolt, Bone Crusher. Attack with Bomat here. Cycle through these cards. Mystic Sanctuary to pick up Lightning Bolt probably. Picks up Celestial Purge. This is an answer to Obosh. Top of the library is a Swift Spear. You're going to Path to Exile. We can't kill this. Unless my opponent blocks when I Swift Spear, which I doubt they do. I could Bone Crusher Giant here. Could even target Uro and see if I get anything here, like land, like Bolt Firebolt or something. This has got to be a really tough matchup for us to start out here. I think I'm going to go ahead and stomp the Uro here and then cycle the Bomat. I know it's Celestial Purge coming, and this doesn't kill this. We'll do Bomat and pass turn. Look at your favorite card. I understand. Attacks for 6 here. I can't block this. Purge in hand, 2 unknowns. We take 6, 14, 14. I probably should have. I hit the bolt. Opponent gains another 3 here with their Uro. Back up to 17. Purge and 2 unknowns. I think this is the problem card that we have to just get rid of. All right, I can shrink Uro to a 1/1 if I wanted to. Russ, is that yours? No, it's Dylan's. I suppose I don't mind shrinking this. And then we'll attack with Bomat here at Teferi. And just pass the turn. This can still attack us, which is kind of this awkward state. I'm doing this all right now so that my opponent doesn't have a counter spell. They've shown us Mana Leak, Aether Gust. They've shown us Force as well. Scalding Tarn can pick up Path or Lightning Bolt. If they were to bounce Bomat, I could cycle the Bomat. Decides to bounce Soul Scar Mage. Not a bad one because it doesn't have haste. Alright. Scalding Tarn. Deciding not to pick up Lightning Bolt or Path before doing this. Decides to put one of these underneath. Land played. Follow up here. Looks like they want to bolt Bomat. I kind of want to cycle this. I don't think I need a Soul Scar Mage. Let's cycle. Oh, that's a lot better. Ooh. Okay. What do we do here? Stomp this. Do I just have to bolt this? That puts 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in the yard. KM, what's up? If this keeps attacking me, it's a problem. I probably need to try to get rid of it. Go ahead and stomp Uro here. They Aether Gust this. I can put this on top and then I can go ahead and also bolt here. By the way, there was that Aether Gust. We put it on top because then I can 2 this before they get to draw again with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Never mind. Aether Gust give a 5th. I don't see how we're doing this. They just attacked me for 6. I could block with a Bone Crusher Giant. Stomp to Fairy, just so it's just not there. They have another counter spell. Alright. We're done. We can't be Uro attacking me a whole bunch here. Soul Scar Mage, Bomat, Relic. Maybe I needed to attack the graveyard more. Feels like a difficult match for us to start out the night, especially with the list we're not as familiar with. Won't deter us though. Let's find match number 2 here. Varos and address. We're gonna ban you. Your only here because of that slime ball, that subscriber month that you've got. Having an address was banned. Woo. Let's get back to a winning record, right? Let's get back to a winning record. Hey, Russ, you're going to really enjoy our Pyro Prison video, our YouTube exclusive going up later this week. You'll enjoy the matchup. I know exactly which matchup. You'll be like, come on, man. I know exactly which matchup you'll say that on. I fully expect a ping in the Pyro Prison Discord when that ends up happening. You'll know when it happens. You'll be like, opponent's so lucky. Come on, man. Unbelievable. What are the chances of that? I wanted to channel your inner Russ. I'm just not you, Russ. All right. 0-1 against my opponent. I'm wondering if Obosh is just giving them too much information. Double land here, light up the stage to refuel, and some hasty creatures. If there is but a hand to be smashing my opponent with, this has to be it. Oh, you'll love it. You'll love it. We had everything and they had everything more. This hand looks great, doesn't it? If I don't win with this one, if I don't win this game, not necessarily the match, but if I don't win this game, it's gonna be a rough night. Opponent's mulligan to 5 cards as well. Swift Spear, go. Attack for 1, obviously. All right, opponent, what do you got for us? Bloodstained Mire, fetching, finding basic swamp, and inquisitioning. Take bolt, take light up the stage. Probably this card. Gonna be probably doing Swift Spear plus lightning bolt this coming turn. I'm guessing this is gone. Goodbye, light of the stage. To the bin you go. Take Seasoned Pyromancer. Interesting. Alright. Big noodle question here. If you were to be sequencing, what do you sequence here? See, this is where inexperience comes down. We could attack for 1 and light the stage, but I think it's Swift Spear, bolt them, and smash for as much damage as possible. I'm gonna go with the smash for as much damage as possible here. Watch them be Death Shadow. Down to 11, go ahead, opponent. I can cast this if they, like, board wipe this somehow. Blackcleave Cliffs. Hopefully they just have Scourges. Scourges isn't gonna work. Oh gosh. Graze. Ah, dang it. Now I got a Seasoned Pyromancer. I attack 1, light up the stage. Cast light up the stage before. Nah, let's do light up the stage afterwards. If I hit a bolt, I'll probably remove the channeler here. One of these will connect. Both are apparently connecting. We'll light the stage. Land and a Bowmat. Seems reasonable. Go ahead, opponent. Got a little Bowmat. The Gift Giver. Look at all the packages. All right, uses Magnetic Channeler, finds themselves a Bone Crusher Giant plus Bloodstained Mire. Obviously going to take this card. We'll probably shoot this in fear of another instant speed spell to avoid Prowess. They might go for this though. They can go for it. Yeah, there's Bowmat. All right, goodbye Bowmat. Land. Wonder if we have a Fatal Push. All right, I believe it's correct to Season Pyromancer here first because I could hit a 1-drop. Let's do that. We do. We'll play the hasty one and attack for 3. Go ahead, opponent. Bomat picks up a package. Down to 6. Feels good here. Who needs Obosh anyway? No one needs Obosh. Activating Channeler, opting not to. Reconsidering. Activating Channeler, not reconsidering. Blood Moon out of here. Fatal Push, Blood Moon. Well, pretty obvious what they're going to pick. Fatal Push. Kill a Swift Spear. A Bomat. An Elemental. Fatal Push plus 2 cards. If they were to Fatal Push here and kill, we'd have 1/2 damage that comes through. That would be like the absolute best they could do. Land drop means they're not doing that, but a Bone Crusher Giant is a blocker as well. This redraws us 2 when we send it in. Fluffy Wolf es número 2. I see. Bone Crusher played here. All right, top deck land. Play a land, play a Soul Scar Mage, attack with team, blocks a 2/2, 1, 2, 3 damage in. Go for the kill. I think this is fine. We could also just put Obosh to hand. Obosh, leave Bomat open. I think that's completely fine here. It's probably the more correct line, even though they have the Channeler here, having a big Obosh that they have to deal with next. Seems okay. Maybe the only way that this is incorrect is if they can like somehow kill this. All right, they're going to 1. Thoughtseize means they're dead on board to our creatures. We're still at 20. Abrades a Swift Spear. Still dead on board. There you go. Just enough creatures here and gets in. Okay. Enough attacks here against what appears to be more Rakdos mid-range than any Death Shadow variants. Got there with our tokens. Looks pretty good. All right. What do we want to change here? Probably just like maybe Blast Zone for 2 drops. What helps more, a like or a comment? Sharing actually helps kind of, I think, more. But I don't know. I think both would be beneficial. I think a comment makes the video relevant. It means people are engaging more than a like. I would argue, though, if you're able to like and comment, then I would just go for it. But I actually think a share in their algorithms helps more. What are we changing here? Am I afraid of Croxa, so I bring in Relic or Surgical for this matchup? If I'm afraid of those, I think we can. Otherwise, I think we're pretty much just how we are. We can maybe trim a Blood Moon or 2 for maybe a pair of Relics. Pair of Relics stops Magnetic Channeler from being a big problem as well. You know what? Let's get real greedy here. Let's do this. Let's just take the Blood Moon completely out and attack their graveyard with Relics and Surgicals. Opening hand looks fantastic. We're going to go ahead and keep it. 2 creatures, 3 lands, light up the stage, and Season Pyromancer. Looks good. We'll see if my opponent Inquisitions or Thoughtseizes. And they do. Did I not say hello to Derek? Derek with the 4 months. Man, I'm so late with that comment. I got you, Derek. I don't think I did. Stickball came in here and messed me up. I need emotes in the chat for Derek. 4 months. We're so behind. Need to thank our subs. They're the ones that keep the channel running. Feed us the Pop-Tarts. Whoa. 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 Engineered explosives on 1. Attack for 1 here and light the stage. I'm afraid to put Bowmat down. Bowmat's just gonna hang out. All right, we'll put the Soul Scar Mage number 2 down. This will maybe incentivize them to blow up the engineered explosives. Like Clappy. Yeah, like Clappy. Uncle DB knows. We got... Oh, shoot. I didn't grab my Pop-Tarts for the stream. How are we going to get sponsorships from Pop-Tarts if we don't have the Pop-Tarts? Unbelievable. Basic Swamp for our opponent. Engineer sitting at 1, threatening both Soul Scar Mages. Playing the extra Soul Scar Mage out of the exile zone because we're going to lose it in a turn anyway. Opponent opts to do nothing here. We will go combat. I'm going to allow this to hit because they're going to pass priority to me. Darn. Lightning Bolt in response. Prowess triggers. Is that a Skred? Yes. Wonder if I put Bowmat down here or not. Bowmat down avoids a Thoughtseize taking the poor little carrier. Bowmat in the hand, Inquisition Thoughtseize. We've seen 1 Inquisition. I suppose I'd prefer a removal spell on this. We'll offer it up to the Lightning Bolt and Fatal Push gods. Poof, there it goes. All right, 1 Lightning Bolt down, that's fine. For those panicking, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. They're just waiting for me to Obosh to hand. Sounds good. You may Thoughtseize now, opponent. You may Thoughtseize the giant Hellion Horror. Get it done. We're a champion Prowess Obosh player. Don't forget it. Fetch with Bloodstained Mire here. Blood Crypt in sideways. We're at 14 life for my opponent. We're sporting ourselves a Skred here that my opponent is aware of due to the Inquisition. They're not aware of Bone Crusher Giant, and they are aware of Obosh because we put that to hand. Three mana K command. Deal damage and make us discard. Hmm. I guess I discard the Skred, right? Discard the Skred here. Blast Zone, Obosh, and Bone Crusher Giant are just probably better. Everyone, when they see Skred, immediately suggests Scrying Sheets and Frostwalk Bastion. That is what they do. Alright. We're going to slap down an Obosh here. Fight it. Fight it. If you don't, we got damage coming for you. Double bolt it. Bone Crusher Giant to the face. That's really good for us. Really, really good for us. Polluted Delta, 1 unknown card. Unless they have a Dreadbore or Terminate, I don't think they're getting rid of Obosh here. Bone Crusher Giant shows up, and apparently, what is this, double? 4, 8, 14? This is 2 though, right? This isn't gonna do 4, right? Yeah, whatever. I'm bolting Bone Crusher and I'm smashing. Smash. Here, we'll find out. Stomp it. Yeah, it only does the 2. Cool. All right, they're down to 4 here. Down to 3. Obosh kills them. And they give up. We're going to be able to play probably 2 Bone Crushers if I draw land. I don't. Skred, though, would remove any blockers for this. We would be pretty good. Could also play a Bone Crusher Giant. We had that one pretty well done. We're faster. There you go. 1-1. We figured it out. All right. We've unlocked the potential, the power of red Obosh Skred. Let's go. Let's do this. Got something in my eye. Oh, no. That didn't help. Oh, no. All right, match 3 coming up here. Playing some Obosh Red Prowess. Skred Red Prowess. Modern. Currently 1-1. My opponent is 00. Let's play first, declaring Obosh here. No landers. Well, we can't play no landers. That's a little too aggressive. Let's go ahead and mulligan this. All right, now we have a few lands. We could get rid of a land and play Swift Spear with Firebolt and Skred. I don't know if that's very fast, honestly. It doesn't feel very good. We can probably do better than this. Let's mulligan again. Let's get more aggressive. Here we go. All right, I have to pitch 2 back. Pitch 2 back. Skred plus something else here. Skred plus Seasoned Pyromancer. Kind of like this side of it. That seems good. Yeah, let's keep Skred and Seasoned Pyromancer, I think. We're going to lead with a Soul Scar Mage and pass turn. Go ahead, opponent. That seems good. From where we were at, would prefer not to mulligan too much with the hands because we want to be doing optimal amounts of creatures into play and damage to my opponent's face. But I'm not disappointed with what we have here. Scalding Tarn here, fetching, and probably some Bolt for Soul Scar Mage. Basic Mountain and Bolt. There it goes. Okay. Well, I was only going to play 1 Bowmat, leave the mountain open, but we got a second Bowmat, so Courier's in. Let's go. We're not entirely sure what my opponent is on at this moment. Fetching a basic is interesting, especially against a red deck. Maybe just trying not to take too much damage. Untap, and go ahead, opponent. Island. Lonely Sandbar is cycled here. All right. Land is kind of nice here because I can attack with the Bowmats. And if I attack with the Bowmats, I can actually use Bone Crusher Giant here and then cycle the card. Which I think is just what I'm going to go ahead and do here. So stomp them, cycle this card. Would have preferred 2 cards, but a Bolt there, no problems. We'll go ahead and attack with the 1. Are we against Blue Moon? Does Blue Moon play Lonely Sandbar? Is this a preview into League number 2 tonight? Oh, never mind. They decided to splash Uro. I see. I see. I see. All right, land here, attack with the Bowmat, and probably just play a Bone Crusher Giant here. In for a point, down to 13. Bone Crusher down. And pass the turn. Wouldn't mind holding on to the Skred to be able to remove something. Right now it doesn't remove an Uro. It's a little ways away. Scalding Tarn fetched for our opponent. Finds a basic island. Wilderness Reclamation. That's not good. That's not good. We don't have much that gets rid of this card. All right, top of the library here is a Swift Spear. Let's go ahead and lead with this. I do have Blast Zone that could get rid of the Wilderness Reclamation. Let's go to combat. Or attempt combat here. Combat happens, we attack. Okay. Down to 6. I think I'm just gonna pass the turn. We're not gonna put Obosh to hand. We're not gonna do anything crazy like that. Fact or fiction here. Fact or fiction. We have a Field of the Ruin and a Lightning Bolt and an Archmage Charm. We also have an Uro that's kind of frustrating to see. Archmage Charm could steal something or counter a future spell, and the Uro gains them life. I feel like I do something like, maybe something like this. Like the Uro's a pain, but 3 life, and if that's mostly what they're gonna do here, I think I'm okay with this. Bolt and Archmage Charm is also pretty rough. So they do take Uro plus Breeding Pool here. But I think with an attack on the Bomat here, we have a good shot at maybe just killing them. They could have like a Cryptic Command in hand though, and this is just gonna be kind of a little bit, well, not irrelevant. Bomat activation may be important here. Breeding Pool played off of the Uro. 5 cards. I can definitely get this Uro back. Scalding Tarn. Have a little bit of an untap, it looks like. Floating Mana. Do we have a Nexus of Fate? Growth Spiral. Okay. Field of the Dead. Combat. Blood Moon's an interesting one that I could play after a Cryptic Command here. Tap and draw. So I just try to play a Blood Moon here, I think, leaving ourselves up a basic for the Skred. They'll need Force of Negation here, and they do happen to have it. Okay. Well, there you go. Now we have a Field of the Dead, Mystic Sanctuary. My opponent can pick up with the Uro here. Putting a Cryptic Command on top. Opponent always has it. They've got everything here. Pays into this. They'll be at 12. I suppose I should use Bomat at end step here to pick it up. I suppose it's also a bit awkward too, because if I'm not getting to attack here. Wilderness Reclamation untap here. We'll go ahead and cycle our Bomat. I don't want my Skred. I need a way to kill my opponent. Alright. This gives us some options here. Gives us some options. Land. I could have attacked with one extra land here, but I wanted the most amount of mana open here to go after my opponent. So let's go ahead and attack first. I know they have Cryptic Command in hand. fetches. We're going to get Field of the Dead tokens now. Okay, pair of Field of the Dead tokens. This would kill Bone Crusher Giant. They block over here. What I can do here is attempt to remove one of these if I wanted to. If I try to go here, I have just Firebolt afterwards, which doesn't get me very far. Let's see if I can bait out the counter spell by doing this. I don't think it's gonna bait out the counter spell though. This is counter draw the Blood Moon, right? I've got to play like the Bone Crusher Giant before. I need to shut this off, but not this turn. This is pretty easy though. They counter this and bounce Mystic Sanctuary, and then they attack after playing Mystic Sanctuary to pick up their Cryptic Command. If I play Blood Moon, they're definitely countering. I need them to kind of mess up here, but they don't because they're smart. Now they can play it and then pick up with the Uro here. Can I beat them gaining 3 life and having a Cryptic Command every turn? I don't know. Okay. Let's go ahead and attempt to Firebolt the zombie away. Let's attack with the Bone Crusher and light up the stage and see if the light up the stage gets them to counter. Make it look like I'm kind of searching for something. And then if they counter this, I get the Blood Moon. There we go. Yeah. Remand. Remand. No, you're supposed to Cryptic this. Well, I'm kind of all in on this now. Play the Bowmat. Play the Swift Spirit. The Remand getting to play around Blood Moon. Gross Spiral picks up another card, puts a land into play. Extra zombie here, goes to end step and has Cryptic in hand. Uro attacks and they draw a card. Wilderness Reclamation untaps. This is really bad. Let's play land here and let's attack with everything. Ooh, yes. Tap team. Yes. Return and tap team. Okay. 6, 7, 8. I have to have the Seasoned Pyromancer land. I guess I'll Blood Moon and then attempt to do a Seasoned Pyromancer. If they have a counter for the Seasoned Pyromancer, then it's not happening. We need a blocker for Uro here. They counter the Blood Moon with the Force of Negation, and they also have a Remand. All right, opponent. Posture check, we're good. We got it. Got this cool chair that makes it so he postures. All right, Relic and Surgical feel like pretty important things here, as does the Magus. What do we think? How are we supposed to deal with the Uros with this list? How are we supposed to do this? I mean, I think it's Skred because you're just trying not to have to deal with it. Still the Skred out, maybe like 2 Firebolts. We'll go even harder in on this with the relics and the surgicals. Last time we just brought relics in. This time we're going to bring it all in. Let's play first. Obosh. All right. The deck wants us to win. It's willing us to win. We've got this nice Blood Moon. We've got this Bow Mat to smack them a few times. This is good. I would think. I think if you're trying to shut off Uro, you're either doing it through the graveyard or making it hard for them to do something with their mana. Let's make it happen. Shall we? All right, land, Bow Mat, smack them. Smack them. Whack. Get smacked. Gain a card. Pass the turn. All right. Step 1 done. Stomping Ground put in sideways. Excellent. Good stuff. All right. Combat again. Bow Mat attack. Bam. Extra card underneath Bow Mat. Hit for 1. Gets to light the stage. Light up the stage. Spectacle. Land drop could be Blast Zone, or it could be this and play the Swift Spear. This and Swift Spear. Step 1 done. Exactly. Step 3, play Blood Moon. Scalding Tarn for our opponent. All right. Definitely playing Blast Zone. Definitely attacking our opponent. All right. How much do we want to bet they have an answer for this Blood Moon? We're going to still slam it here because I have the next one. We attack and don't worry about the Prowess here because we're just trying to get them to interact with our creatures. Growth Spirals. This is a Force of Negation my opponent has. Have I seen the new Eldrazi deck? You're going to have to be more specific than that. Cryptic Command, pitch with Force of Negation, countering Blood Moon. Hope is they think they're clear here and I get the next Blood Moon down. Opponent's paying costs here. It's 3 mana. Undoes it. 3 mana, no green. No double red. Engineered on 3. Fire Spout. All right. Everything's gone. Land for my opponent. Well, I'm going to try to slam a Blood Moon here. That's what we're going to do. Do they have another force? Nice. All right. Go ahead. They could have Aether Gust. Just pick this up. Make us cry. Ooh. Bonus Blood Moon. I'm going to play that. Bonus Blood Moon. Now if you have 1 Aether Gust, ha! Too bad. No force but Aether Gust for days. We're looking okay now. Let's play a Seasoned Pyromancer, getting rid of Firebolt plus Blast Zone, so I hold on to the other Seasoned Pyromancer here. That looks great. We'll go ahead and stomp here as well. Pass turn. Cool. All right. Shaping up to be pretty decent for us. My opponent's on only blue, doesn't have enough to Cryptic, and needs double Aether Gust to get rid of both Blood Moons to unlock their lands. Looking happy here. Happy time. Land here, we go ahead and play that. We'll probably play Seasoned Pyromancer plus Bone Crusher Giant. I do know that the Obosh is here. Don't worry, everyone. We know about that. Starting with Seasoned Pyromancer just to see if I draw anything that would warrant me getting Obosh. I need to make sure they don't have double Aether Gust. I have, yes, Direwolf, I have. All right, we're clear. Don't have Maelstrom Pulse, please. Fire spouts everything. Glad I didn't put this in, although this is, yeah, it's 3 damage. We're good. We're good. We're good. Bone Crusher Giant. Swift Spear. Relic. Prowess. Attack for 2. Send the message. I'm trying more and more creatures. Fire spout, huh? So that's what we got to play around. We figured out how to beat them. Why don't we just play in prison? Let's go again. 3 of a kind's an auto win. We're just making sure they can't bounce all these. Echoing truths. What? Who needs Obosh? It costs too much. Oh, look at this hand. The deck is just willing us. The 75 just here. You can do it, Fluffy. You got this. You got this. Believe in yourself. I do. I do. I do, Obosh. I believe in myself. I wonder how much I'm supposed to commit here to creatures being played with the Fire Spout being a thing my opponent can do. Misty Rain for my opponent, and they do fetch immediately here. Island. Nervous to commit too much here. Nervous. We'll play Soulscar Mage here and attack for 1 past turn. Very scared. Ha, your remand is awful. Haha. Soulscar Mage attacks for 1, pass turn. Get wrecked. You thought I was going to do more. Growth Spiral for my opponent. Pretty good card. Ramping themselves with the Castle Vantress into play. No red mana for my opponent currently. Green mana. Uro mana. Fire Spout mana. Wilderness Reclamation mana. All right. I think here I've got to just play Swift Spirit and Bolt, especially drawing another Bolt, and really just hope that this is a, like, kind of enough damage to really set them back here. So we'll just double Bolt here. Do some triggers. Hope they don't mess with any of my creatures here. All right. Double down on this. 12 plus then another 9. Puts them to 3, making it lethal on board. Hold on. Fact or fictions here. I think it's double Uro here. Because the Force of Negation stops the Blood Moon. Double Uros stops us for a few turns here, but I like this split here because they're almost guaranteed to take the 2 Uros because they can't die here. Down to 3, they'll go back up to 6 here. We just need to dodge a really bad, like, draw. They didn't counter what we just did, so we'll see if it pays off for us. Up to 6. Land and play. With this Blast Zone, and if I top deck, say, a Bolt or something, we can really have a shot here. Ooh, basic Mountain. Okay. Flame Slash is one of these. Opponent's still dead to a Bolt off the top. Just casting it could have been lethal, potentially. Bolt's a Soulscar Mage. All right, well, I guess we'll attack here, see if they want to, like, bounce this or something. I know I'm missing a point here. I really don't think a point's going to matter. This Blood Moon has to stick. They have a remand for it. All right. They have a remand for it, meaning they get to play their Uro again. We might have gotten just one extra point in there. So Uro's replayed here. They have an Uro back up in their hand. I never found my relics or my surgicals this game. I suppose I can play New Blood Moon or Repeat Blood Moon. And they'll have only double island here. Fetching down to 6. Be super funny to have double bolts. 2 mana floating. Putting 2 mana into a Nexus of Fate. Factor Fiction here. Gosh. Factor Fiction to get rid of the Swift Spear. Have the Aether Gust. Plenty of lands. Can I beat this? Am I too far behind? I can't believe I'm saying, am I too far behind? I'm at 20 life, my opponent's at 6. But they have an Uro in play, and I just don't know if I can beat that. I think we are too far. I don't know how you beat Uro without being fast enough. We're on turn 5, so if you don't kill him by turn 5, is it just over? Is it just over? Feels awkward. I don't even know what I give him here. I take the Aether Gust plus 2 lands. 1, 2, 3. I don't have enough lands here. And they just Aether Gust this. Remand. All right. I'm going to go ahead and concede here. My opponent has Uro, which they can gain another 3. They're going to gain 6 this turn. They have an Aether Gust in hand. I have 2 Blood Moons, not bolts, to kill them with. Even drawing this, I just don't see this happening. I do 2, and they've attacked a couple times. They can even replay this to gain 6 the turn that they play it. All right. Uro's making things difficult. 1-2 with a Prowess attacking list. In Modern, Uro has been crushing our dreams. Wilderness Reclamation and Foff is broken. I think Uro just in general is making this really difficult. Just a life gain and then a giant body that shows up. If I don't have the relic or surgical to get rid of it or have them down. I mean, I can't imagine the game plan is to try to find relic and be controlling. I just can't see that being the line for this deck. It can't be. It can't be. You have to be fast. Like, if I run into my hate piece, great. But if I don't run into it, I've got to be fast, right? It's got to be the right answer. I can't be playing this that wrong. All right, we get to go first. We get to declare Obosh. We have a pretty good hand. We'll keep. I mean, am I supposed to be leading with Bomat instead of the non-hasty creature? That can't be right either, right? You play the non-hasty, and then you slap down the 2 hasties, and you smack them for 3 instead of hitting them for 1, then 2. Which is 3 as well. I don't know. I don't know. We might be Bone Crushing an Arbor Elf. Who knows? Sacred Foundry. Get that out of here. Bolt Soulscar Mage. All right, let's play a Bomat, and let's play a Bomat. Combat. Ooh. Playing 2 Bomats here because I'd rather play then Swift Spear safely and have a Bone Crusher Giant afterwards. Raging Ravine and a Giver. We're going to clear the Giver out of the way using a Skred. Nice. Swift Spear here. Skred this away. First Skred of the entire league doing work. And attack for 4. There we go. Down to 11. Take it to the face, opponent. Incoming Anger of the Gods. 3 mana here. Knight the Reliquary. Knight of the Reliquary. Big enough to make it really difficult to kill. Let's attack with everything here. I assume they block a Bomat here. They don't block a Swift Spear. Ooh, yeah. Get out of here. I did Skred, but it didn't do anything because it was just a play on if I draw 2 burn spells. Windswept Teeth for my opponent. Extra planes here. Ranger. Captain Oeos. Giver of Runes. Plays Giver of Runes. Land is nice to see here. I can scoot the Giver out of the way. I can attack with the team and then draw a chunk of cards. Doing this instead of playing Blood Moon, I believe we're pretty far away from my opponent. Comboing here. There we go. These are some cards. All right, we've got some hasty things to throw out at my opponent. I've got a Firebolt as well. There's a Giver. I could kill that. Temple Garden. Do they dare shock in? They play Temple Garden and realize their life total is so tiny. We win. Tiny life total. Do we change anything here? I feel like we're in this matchup of find Uro and side in everything, or don't find Uro and do nothing. Send. Not sure. When I think one card, I think one Ensnaring Bridge, Blood Moon, and Karn Liberated. Why Liberated? Let's bring 2 Maguses in. Let's make that change. Makes me feel important. The smallest of life totals, exactly, Mr. Lee. Uro is definitely not a 1-card win. However, Uro is probably pushing out Burn and cards like it. That would be my guess. All right, the 1 lander here. I do have the Firebolt to take care of the Giver, which could be a problem. One lander, huh? I don't know if I'm supposed to keep this. 1 lander here, got a few removals. I don't think I'm going to get the light up the stage with the Soulscar Mage. I think this is a mull to 5 here because of these cards probably just never getting through. Let's mulligan. Like, this feels better. I don't know why, but I think it just feels better. We'll ditch a Seasoned Pyromancer, have a few Soulscars and a few Firebolts here. 1 lander still. Lead off with our beautiful Soulscar Mage. Sacred Foundry shocks us in path. Dang, Firebolt or Lightning Bolt. Raging Ravine, Sacred Foundry. We're doing all this again. I'm just gonna play a Swift Spear here and attack. For fun. Attack for fun. Hiya! Giver of Runes blocks. Alright, opponent. You're good to go. What do you want to kill? What do you want to do? How are you gonna win? Knight of the Reliquary here. It's a 3/3. All right, we'll go ahead and Firebolt here and pass turn. Missing our land drop gives protection of red, so no real reason to attack in here. Do you like the Snow 2/2? The Snow 2/2? Snow 2/2? Is that a spoiled card I'm not familiar with yet? Shush. Voice of Resurgence. That's a card I haven't seen in a little while. No attack here either. All right. Who needed lands anyway? I'm gonna fire a bolt here and pass turn once again. Snow artifact creature, 2/2 golem. It's just a 2/2 golem. Vanilla. Vanilla. 4/4, Knight of the Reliquary now. Alright, so we have a 5/5, a 2/2. My opponent decides 5/5 is time to go here. A bow mat now. Play a Swift Spear, pass the turn. Who needed that extra land? What lesson have we learned today? Keep the one lander. Don't win the game. 8 damage probably? Nope. And for an additional 5, we will not block. No land still. Swift Spear played, pass turn. Go ahead, opponent. Fetch makes 6. Attacks for 5, attacks for 3 here. I'm gonna go with no blocks here, I think. Because I don't think this is gonna change anything. Bolts, all right. I was gonna draw a land, so I was gonna finally hit my land. It's not even a snow land, making Skred not able to kill this. I attack with a team, or even just if I chump block. Giver of Ruins protects one of these anyway. All right, we gotta win on game 3. Gotta win on game 3. Gonna bring one relic in. Knight of the Reliquary getting too big is maybe a problem for us. We'll bring a Miser Relic in just to mess with my opponent's Knight of the Reliquary. Alright, a few more lands this time. A couple bow mats here as well. Looks like an okay starting hand for us. A lot more aggressive than the last one. How about the Snowland Hate God? I don't look at many spoilers, so I don't know what you're talking about just yet. Sacred Foundry untapped for my opponent. We get the bow mats here. We're going to just attack with both of them. I expect a bolt of some sorts or path. Condemns. Okay. Interesting. I'm just going to pass the turn here. I'm going to hang on to the Firebolt and Lightning Bolt as removal spells currently. The other lands, go ahead and attack. And now I suppose I could Firebolt. Lightning bolts here, that's fine. Go ahead and Firebolt upstairs here and then prep the Lightning Bolt on their turn and then follow up with Seasoned Pyromancer after getting Blast Zone down as a way to get rid of 1-drops that my opponent will play in the future. I was meant to shoot that off. All right. Let's go ahead and pass the turn here. It looks like an interesting creature. I'm not that worried about it. It's, after all, just a thing that deals with snowlands. It'll make people stop playing the snowlands just to play snowlands. Let's get rid of this Giver of the Ruins. I'm not worried about the elemental currently. Probably be playing this Seasoned Pyromancer. Hold on. Hold on. Hold. Hold. We found something more interesting to play here. Magus of the Moon. I bet they have a bolt. No bolt. Hey, there we go. Spread this out away, play a Seasoned Pyromancer, get things a-going. Let's go. and it comes into play. Let's go. Nice. In for 2. My opponent gives up. Blood Moon taking it. Are we learning a lesson here? Blood Moon is pretty good. Have we learned our lesson? Yes? Yes? Good. Good. 2-2 with the Prowess list. Let's go. Final match here. Trying to get this 3-2 here before we end up spiraling out of control into our second league. Just in time for another stream. Welcome home, Galcium. Welcome home. All right, match 5 here. League 1. Let's play first. Good thing to be playing first here in our final game. We'll keep this hand. We've got 2 lands, got 2 little creatures here, and a firebolt. We've kept 7. My opponent's kept 7. We're playing Magic. In with a Soulscar Mage. Pass the turn. It is Obosh. We're 2-2. My opponent is currently 0-0. Spire Bluff Canal for my opponent. And a Serum Visions. It looks like we're going to be playing against Storm. Blood Moon could be okay here. Could be. Soulscar Mage number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Attack for 1. Go ahead, opponent. Got a few Soulscar Mages. Steam Vents means that Blood Moon is alive here. No follow-up. Well, we're just gonna bolt. If my opponent has a remand, they won't want to do this. Firebolt upstairs here. 2 damage. Remands. Up we go again. Attack. Take 9. Down to 6. Okay. We win! We won! Ah, land, prowess, die. All right. Well, relics and surgicals. Do we think Blood Moon's really good in this matchup? Probably not. Although Blood Moon's been winning it for us. Probably just need to take the Blood Moons out and just bring in all the graveyard hate. I assume, based on the couple lands I saw and couple spells, we saw Serum Visions, we saw a Remand, and we saw Spire Bluff plus Steam Vents, kind of making me think like it's Storm. So we're going to go ahead and go for that. At least go after the graveyard some. Even if it's, say, Blue Moon or something of that sort, I still think this is the correct line, as Blue Moon will be happy to play Blood Moon. All right, opening line here has no creatures. No creatures. No creatures, no graveyard hate, 2 lands. Light of the Stage could find something after Firebolting. Based on it potentially being Storm, I kind of like this because it removes Baral or Goblin. Tomahawk, 2 months. 2 is a good one. Hey, how's it going? How goes it? Welcome back. I'm so excited for the new set just so I can play 3 leagues with modern elves. Just to shelve it again. Alright, let's give it a shot here. We'll see how this one unfolds. Mismatched Firebolts. Snow-covered island here. Serum Visions. Thankfully, we ditched all of our Blood Moons. Rewarded. Bomat off the top. Let's smack him for 1. In for 1, Bomat puts a card underneath, keeps it as a present for later. Steam Vents untap for our opponent. Our turn. Oh, bonus Bomat here. Combat. I don't need to play down the land, although I should be playing down the land, because I'll be needing it for Light of the Stage. But I'm not cycling either of these anyway. My hand's chock full of things I want to be casting. And for a point here, we'll go ahead and light the stage as well. Swift Spear and a Bone Crusher next. Extra creature. Looking good. Opt from our opponent, 4 cards in hand plus the draw, and the draw for the turn, making them back up to 6. Okay. Shivan Reef, that's almost guaranteeing that it's what we think it is. All right, so we have a land here. We have a land and I could Bone Crusher, or we can land and Swift Spear plus Firebolt, Firebolt. What do we think? Kind of like the Swift Spear, Firebolt, Firebolt plan. I like Bone Crusher, but I think some Prowess here is pretty good. Oh, I can stomp this. That's right. Oh, should have stomped it. Oh well, we're doing the Firebolts because I'm hungry for damage. Extra Prowess trigger here. But yeah, I forgot that you could do the stomp off the light of the stage, because usually when it's sitting over an exile for Red Prison, it means that it's, you know, doing its thing. Pyretic Ritual, Pyretic Ritual. Looks like my opponent's going to be emptying the Warrens. Ritual again. Now I like our line, not having a bone, having got in for the extra Prowess trigger. 1, 2, 3, 4 rituals and empty the Warrens here with a bunch of tokens. 1 card in hand here, Lightning Bolt in hand. Top deck land, Bolt plus Seasoned Pyromancer. Ooh, or we just double Bolt. Well, this is pretty obvious. Attack with both. Ta-da! Bolt, Bolt, and then use Bowmat. Bolt number 1. Bolt number 2. And trigger Bowmat here. There's bolt number 3, ladies and gentlemen. We have found the final answer here. Serum Visions for my opponent drawing a random card and having one other one. Remand is not enough. Mana Leak is not enough. We've got it. We beat Storm. We take it down. 3-2. Obosh. Prowess Skred in Modern. Woo! Yeah. Damage abounding. 3-2. Obosh. Getting that 3 wins. It's odd numbered. It's perfect. It's Obosh. List is pretty sweet. I don't know what the Skred adds to it versus some of the other variations that I've seen with, say, like a Lava Dart in them. And I think that's the main difference that I see typically is Lava Dart versus Skred. I suppose the Skred is really good for Uro. Let's not joke about that. It's not good against Uro. It never worked. But Skred is not bad against some of the things that need 2 or 3 damage. To me, you've got the Bone Crusher Giants here, you have the Lightning Bolts, you have the Fire Bolts. You're going to kill most things without a problem. Skred's going to just help you get to those things that are X4, X5. So if you're running into perhaps some Amulet Titans or other Titan variants, Skred getting rid of a Dryad is not a bad thing, as Red does have problems with X4 and greater creatures. Don't plan for Skred to be used against Uro. It's not going to happen. You're not going to have enough lands. And if you have enough lands, your opponent's probably gained 30 life. That being said, Obosh, Skred Red. A Skred deck for all of you Skred junkies out there in Modern.